Hello YouTube, Trisha here. Today I will be talking about another interesting topic, gays. Before I get started, I would like to point out that this is just my personal opinion. It's not necessarily right or wrong. That goes for all of my videos, but I just wanted to point it out in this video specifically because I know that many people can get a little bit offended with certain things said about this topic. I really wish I said this on my video about religion. Anyway, just an FYI, when I say gay, I'm talking about gay guys, lesbians, and bisexuals. I don't want to have to say all three each time, so I'm just going to generalize and say gay for all of them. I'm also going to mention a little bit about transgender. To start off, I will say that I believe that nothing is wrong with being gay. Being attracted to the same sex is perfectly fine. It's what that person likes. It's what attracts them. It's how they are. But I will also say that, personally, I don't think someone is born gay. I know many people will disagree because most gays believe they're born gay. But let me explain my point, why I think not. I don't think there's a gene that makes someone straight or not. But it's not an instant choice either. You can't snap your fingers and say, oh, I'm gay now. Snap again and say, oh, I'm straight now. No, that's not how it works. It takes time to feel the way you do. It takes time to notice that you feel that way. And it takes time to admit it to yourself and others, mostly at least. I don't know any person that can come out right when they realize they were gay. Being gay or straight could have something to do with how you were raised. Now, you could argue against that point by saying that a lot of gay kids' parents don't approve of their child being gay, and that is true. But aren't there things you like that your parents don't? It's kind of like that. You're not born liking the color red. You're not born hating every food that's green and is categorized in a food group that begins with the letter V. If a person is raised around only straight people, he or she will most likely end up straight. Because, well, they don't know anything else. Now, there are always exceptions. For instance, they're rebellious and want to be different, or they realize the same gender attracts them more, whatever. But if someone is raised with two moms or two dads, and everyone around them is gay, they will most likely end up being gay. That's not always true. Like I said, there are always exceptions. Let me give you a people example of how I see things. It's the 21st century, but let's say you live in a strictly old-fashioned household. You are taught to be abstinent, like the opposite gender, and if you're to get married, the groom has to ask permission of the father of the bride. If you're a girl, you have this dream of the perfect wedding with your dream man, and if you're a guy, you have this romantic and dramatic proposal for your beautiful dream girl thought out. You think about this up until a point. It's middle school and you start to hit puberty. You notice some things are going on that are different with your body. You start to notice the same gender in a new light. Now, you have nothing against gays, but you were raised differently. You're confused, so you blame it on the hormones. High school comes around and you notice you still feel that way about the same gender. You may even still like the opposite gender. You walk up to a friend that's the same gender as you. You notice they're wearing your favorite color. You notice the color of their eyes. They're beautiful. You notice little things about them like that physically. You shake it off as a, oh, it's good, I don't think my friend is ugly. The next day they come to school with horribly messed up hair and it looks like they had a really bad morning. They have sloppy clothes on. It's just awful. You notice they still look attractive to you in a way. and you notice that their personality is the type that you like. Because, the physical attraction isn't there as much since they're not dressed up, so you pay attention to their personality more. Eventually, thoughts like this become more common until you realize that you're gay. Right now, currently. Now, think of it in the opposite sense, like complete opposite. You're raised with 2 moms or 2 dads. You go to school finding the same gender attractive because that's what you're used to. You then start to notice the opposite gender has its good sides too. Eventually, the same thoughts, as I mentioned before, enter your mind. The physical and mental attractions, things like that. Do you see why I say people aren't born gay or straight? It can change. Someone could go from straight to gay to straight again, and vice versa. By the way, I'm sorry if you find this offensive in any way. This is just my opinion. I completely respect other people's opinions, and I do understand why people say they think they're born gay. Also, I have nothing against gay people. In fact, my best friend is a lesbian. Now, moving on to the transgender topic. Personally, I don't think people should change their gender. Being religious, I believe that you should be happy with what God gave you. But that doesn't mean I hate transgender. Actually, a really good friend of mine told me she wants to change her sex when she's older. Naturally, I was curious. I asked a few questions. I'll admit I was a bit surprised, but I was still accepting of it. She's still the same person. She has the exact same personality. She's still extremely smart, and she's fun, and she's sweet. I understand why she would want to change her gender. I really do. And I'm okay with that. I mean, I wouldn't change my gender, but that doesn't mean I would hate my friend or tell her that it's blasphemy just because I'm religious. Even if she was religious, I don't believe she'd go to hell for something like that. The same concept with gay people, by the way. Gay people aren't going to hell for someone they find attractive. So just back off with the insulting of these people. If you don't like it, don't associate with them. This goes hand in hand with my don't hate, appreciate video. There are so many arguments you could say against everything I said in this video, but you know what? I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Fuck your ignorance. Fuck. Nah, I'm just kidding. Peace. Moral. Be open-minded. Till next week. Trisha, out.